Hello, everyone. Hello, hello. How are we doing tonight, guys? It's so good to see you here. I'm so sorry I was running late. I wanted to get the live stream started though because, well, it's time, but I don't have my tarot deck with me, unfortunately. However, I have it right over there, so I can go and grab it. But how are you guys doing tonight? Hello. Hello. Nice to see you. Yes, I am live. Hello, hello. It's nice to see you guys. You hate tarot? Okay, I gotta grab my tarot cards on that note. Okay, hello, John. Thank you for joining this live. Alrighty, we got our cards. Alrighty, guys. Okay. I'm gonna start pulling some. So we got the affirmation deck with us tonight. What's in the collective energy? Y'all, how are you guys doing tonight? What's in the collective energy? What is going on? What's going on tonight for this collective? What is up, guys? What is up? Okay. Sorry, I'm fixing my setup as I'm filming this. This is a good question. I feel like these secret communities online are a little bit more popular than you think, and I notice that they're only getting more and more popular. So just beware, your secret community might not be so secret, I'm not gonna lie. But I did discover, I guess, certain communities and certain ideologies online, and this would be right around COVID. So we're talking 2020. By myself, I was weird, like when I was in, not to say weird, but when I was young, right, and I figured out that dating was a thing, I would start watching how cast videos on how to talk to somebody, how to kiss. I started watching YouTube videos about dating when I was in 8th grade, and it felt so much better for me to study it as an outsider than for me to experience it. So that's I've always been interested in watching people talk about dating. But that's, that becomes part of the problem, because when people talk so much about dating and then you haven't experienced dating yourself, you end up entrapping yourself with a lot of hardcore beliefs. You know what I mean? You end up kind of secondhand taking on some of the people's pain that you hear on podcasts, people that have gotten divorced and this and that. And you end up internalizing it just by listening to their stories. So that's the thing with studying dating from the outside, is bias can very much come in, but I also understand the want and the knowing and just the curiosity. Let's see. Okay, feel free to ask your questions in the comments. I don't want to have a one-sided conversation by myself. Sorry, I'm looking. Oh, for sure. Isn't that how I know I'm not a sociopath? Guys, feel free to drop your questions, your comments. I definitely want your questions, comments about dating, my channel, anything. Anything. No, I did not. Doesn't this ever feel like exercise and futility? Doesn't it ever make you jaded? What make what jaded? Sorry, this YouTube channel or being in this space? Interesting point. Yes, the internet has a lot of information, people sharing experiences. We used to have telephones. Yeah, that's a time of the past. Internet junk. That's over now. But yes. How can you maintain friendship with someone you recently had previously had romantic feelings before? I don't know, you really got to check in with your own boundaries, right? If a part of yourself is hoping that, let's say you have one part of yourself that thinks that maybe you can be genuine friends with this person, like maybe it'll be fine and no big deal, but you might have this other part of yourself, maybe more in the unconscious, that's like, I'm dating so I can get her back. I'm dating so I can seek some kind of closure or something, this or that, or so I can win her back. You just got to make sure that you're not setting yourself up for pain. Let's get one affirmation card though for the collective. I just want to see the energy tonight. I really, I watch a lot of people do collective like tarot readings, and I really want to get good at it. Miranda, do I have a chance with the Stacy? Yes. Why won't you accept my friend request? I'm not sure what request you would be referring to. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay. So let's see what we got in the cards, you guys. Ask your questions though. Ask your questions. Okay. Ooh. So we got the I am healthy card right now. So some of you guys in the collective might be worrying about your health or experiencing maybe some physical health issues recently. Like maybe you're sick, maybe there's some kind of illness, like family illness or something perhaps, but this is an affirmation card for you. It's am I healthy? I am healthy. My body is a temple of wellness, and I treat it with respect and care. It is easy to make conscious choices that support my healthy lifestyle. Every day in every way, I'm becoming more and more radiant and vibrant. My mind, body, and spirit radiate healthy and vitality. I create a lifestyle that supports longevity, sustainability, and vibrant in health. I embody wellness. So that's for the collective. So maybe somebody's experiencing some anxiety around their health lately. Just pulling that card to affirm that everything's going to be okay. Yeah, maybe some low energy too. That could also be on the mind. Yeah, just anything in relation to physical health. Oh my goodness. OMG, I just told someone that we are in a healthy relationship. It was a conversation. Wow, exactly. There you go. The other card we got is light. I am light. I'm hearing, do you guys know that song, Will You Light My Candle from Rent? I wish that YouTube didn't have like copyright on music, because I would love to play that song. I don't know if you guys like musicals though. So I am light. The light within my soul shines brightly in all my endeavors. Maybe one of you guys needs to go watch that song. Will You Light My Candle? The musical Rent. Maybe go listen to that song. Each day, I let my light shine even brighter, spreading joy and kindness wherever I go. I am connected to the light of love, and I draw strength and inspiration. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the super sticker. I love that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Every day, I let my light shine even brighter, spreading joy and kindness wherever I go. I am connected to the light of love, and I draw strength and information from its source. Actually, anybody who donates, if you want me to pull like a card for you, okay? And I'm not great at these cards, but if you wanted, I mean, we did like not believe in myself, but if you wanted me to pull a card for you, just like a little sort of, advice card for donating, I absolutely will. We got this angel card deck. This is one of the oldest decks. Like, I got this deck 4 years ago. So this is like one of the oldest decks that I have had ever. So feel free to donate, and I will pull you a personal message from this deck. I don't know if that really inspires anybody to send a donation, but I will. but I'm connected to the light of love, and I draw strength and information from inspiration from its source. Light is my natural expression. Luminosity is a guiding force in my thoughts, words, actions, relationships, and projects. Yeah, so you guys are being called to think about the light that you have in relationships and projects, words, and actions right now. My inner light shines bright and the world reflects it back to me. So these are the 2 affirmation cards that we got so far. But we also got some other decks. Thank goodness, right? You can never have enough decks. We got this one, the Intuition Oracle. Yes, right? Yeah, I could use some mods. John, would you like to be a mod? If I know how to make you a mod, I'll make you a mod. Okay, everybody, keep on, you know, asking questions. Keep on asking questions. Oh my god, thank you, John. Let's see if I can. Okay, I don't know how to make you a mod. That's the only thing. I'm sorry. I don't know how to make you a mod. I will make you a mod though if I can figure it out after this live stream? ? Yes, this is the everything is a social construct argument. I love that argument. Okay. Oh my gosh, thank you. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, thank you, Aiden. Thank you. I will pull you an angel message, all right? Let's check in. If you want me to send tarot card for Matt. Oh my gosh. Okay. I will pull you guys both a message. How about that? Starting with Aiden. Aiden. What do you need to know? What do you need to hear at this time? And thank you for the donation. Ooh, you got ask your needs to be met coming through. God and the angels come to your aid only if you make a free will choice to be helped, and it begins with asking. It doesn't matter how you ask God for help, but only that you do so. The same holds true with clearly asking other people to assist you. Yeah, so you got this angel card about asking for help and asking for your needs to be met right now. So maybe you're at a crossroads or a challenge right now, but you're being guided by your ancestors to ask for help in whatever you got going on. And I will pull one for you, Matt, as well. I will pull one for you. Let's see what we got. Angels, ancestors, guides, God, goddesses, ascended masters from above. Let us know. What does Matt need to know? What does Matt need to hear? Okay, we got employment change, actually. This is hyper specific. If it doesn't resonate with you, I apologize. But you got your career path is leading you in a higher direction with positive changes to support your dreams, priorities, passions, and life purpose. Trust that these changes will help you release the old and welcome the new. You are being supported each step of the way. Does it actually resonate? No. Hopefully it doesn't prevent you to do that either. Sometimes I'll be like looking at my own videos and I'm like, yeah, it's over. Okay. I hope that it resonates though. Like maybe something in your financial situation or in your employment or work is about to change for the better, it almost sounded like. But yeah, anyways, let's get some collective cards for everybody. That's all 30 of you that's joining me tonight. Thank you again for being here. I really am not psychic. I really do apologize. I'm not psychic at all, but I try. Can you do a hairline review? That's my hairline. Okay. Feel free to ask questions in the comments, you guys, specifically about dating, though. About dating. Or about whatever. It could be about my channel. It could be about anything. Ooh. You guys got the collective energy has the reputable. This is the picture. And then the affirmation for this one is, I live my life as if my guardian angels are watching over me. That's a reputable, you guys. Very nice. Okay, feel free to keep asking those questions, you guys. Questions about dating. Thank you, Dunk. I'm glad that it resonated. But thank you guys. Thank you. Okay. I apologize if this live stream is very bad, but I'm trying my best. So the reputable is what we got. Okay, let's see. So, yep, I live my life as if my guardian angels are watching over me. So let's see. The heart of the matter. It is very important for you to establish a reputation for being someone others can rely on. You must do everything you can do to make sure that what is said about you by those who matter to you is favorable for your reputation. So yes, this card's about having a good reputation. The best way to ensure your reputation is to make sure your actions are in keeping with your highest ideals. You cannot do more than that. Act as if you are being watched by your guardian angels. You must avoid doing anything that you would not want them to see. That's what's coming through so far. Greetings. Hello, Eric S. Hello. Thank you for joining me tonight. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Frankie Ducky, for being here. That card sounds like Jordan Peterson advice. Reputation also refers to status, social graces, manner of dress, and financial resources. You must examine how much power, status, wealth. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Eric. Oh my gosh, that's such a great time to pull a card for you, Eric. Thank you. I'm going to pull you a card, Eric. I hope you don't mind. It's just an angel card if that's all right with you, Eric S. Thank you for being here. Basically, anyone who sends me a donation gets like an angel card, and this is the oldest deck that I've had. I've had this deck for about 4 years now. I actually purchased this deck when I was going through a rough time with an ankle injury. So let's see, Eric S. What do you need to? Okay, we got a lot coming out. Let's try. What do you need to know? What do you need to hear? Eric S. And thank you for the donation. I appreciate that. Let's see. What do you need to know? What do you need to hear? Okay. Ooh, we got exercise to increase your energy and manifestation abilities. The key to manifesting quickly is to have very high energy levels, and the easiest way to increase them is through physical exercise. Choose a fun and meaningful activity so that you'll look forward to exercising as it becomes its own reward. I have no idea, but you got the future exercise card coming through, so you are being guided to exercise at this time. But yeah, that's your angel message. Thank you again for the donation. Thank you for being here. How do I date on a budget without feeling guilty about it? Some women seem really mad at broke men for some reason. How do I date on a budget? It almost sounds like what you might be feeling there might not be guilt, but it actually might be shame with that. Some women seem really mad at broke men for some reason. Even though it's not at all the majority, sometimes online, the internet can be a very toxic space. And you can watch a video that basically, like, it's just some random chick making a video, like, complaining perhaps, or who knows, but making a video complaining about that. And then maybe, there might be a part of you that internalizes that and actually holds on to the shame there. Yeah. Guilt, shame, whatever works. Yeah. So yeah, I would just look into the fear behind that shame. You know what I mean? I would just investigate a little bit about the fear that actually could be protecting you there. There actually might be a fear protecting you there with with that shame and with that guilt, because a lot of times shame and guilt is just trying to protect us from feeling vulnerable and getting hurt. I hope that helps. Um, some women demand making six figures. Yes, but I would keep in mind that this is not the majority of women, nor is it all women. We have to remember how many women are on Earth population. I'm looking something up. How many women are on Earth population? Sorry if this argument annoys you. I'm not trying to be annoying, but there's roughly 4.1 billion women on the planet right now. So I guarantee you, not all of them think that. Let's see. What other affirmations do we got for the collective at this time? Ooh, you guys got the nurturer. Maybe this is asking for you to be more nurturing, or asking for you to seek out your own nourishment at this time. It's not just the message being presented, it's also the messenger that matters, as well as meaning and sincere as your messaging might be. There are a large group of people that will never accept it. Yeah, I mean, mm, no, I never really do feel like I'm speaking to a brick wall, even if people are disagreeing with me, if that makes sense. Um, but I get what you're saying, but the reality behind it, and I appreciate you for thinking that I am an attractive woman. I appreciate that compliment. Um, but at the end of the day, I think that me being the messenger, in quotes, is almost a good thing. Like, I think I was called to this space for a reason. And I think that it was due to a lot of my past experiences in life and being in a really hard place for a really long time. And I don't know. There's like so many components to it, and a lot of it is my brain too. Like I have thank you for the donation. I will pull you a an affirmation card, or an angel card, Chud Cell. But but so yeah, like the thing about it is I grew up with like a little bit of dyslexia, or whatever you want to call it, and Chudsel, you got focus on your priorities at this time. Let me just read this real quick, but thank you so much for the donation again, Chudsel. Where you put your focus is where you receive your outcome. Your priorities are calling to you, which may produce a feeling of anxiety unless you give them the time and attention they and you deserve. Even a small amount of time devoted to your priorities will help you feel better and more confident. So that's that. That's that. But so yeah, focus on your priorities, Chudsel, and thank you again for the donation. Thank you. Thank you. Sorry. Are we all losers, Amanda? Not at all, dude. Not at all. Not at all. You got to think about it, like, what drives human into social isolation? Like, truthfully, like, you could almost put this in the context of anything. You know what I mean? Like, what drives human into social isolation? What's actually interesting is a lot of times people will criticize themselves and have a lot of shame for watching P0RN, if you guys get what I'm saying, for getting on the rhymes with bub. You know what I'm saying? not trying to say the thing, but that P0RN addiction, a lot of people hold shame and like guilt, and that addiction has major stigma to it, which is understandable. Like, I get it. A lot of people don't want to relapse, and that stuff has caused a lot of people harm, and that's very true. However, just to present a different way of thinking about it, if you have struggled with that addiction in the past, for watching P0RN or for being on the Rhymes with Bub, um, let's see, is there anywhere? I'm not sure about that. But you can try to write multiple chats and I'll try to read them. But sorry, where was I going? Oh yes, so P0RN addiction. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much for the donation. Thank you. I will pull you a message from this angel deck. Thank you, Sharb. I appreciate you for being here so much tonight. Thank you. Your support is very much appreciated. Ooh, so you got block out distractions in partnership coming through right now. You got two flying out of the deck. So the first one is block out distractions. So any distractions that are going on in your life, maybe you're being called to sit in silence right now for a little bit of time to kind of allow your mind to relax. Whether this is like silent in your car, that some people find that really comforting, headphones, but your life purpose and other priorities need your undivided attention. So it's time for you to take charge of your schedule and working environment by turning off electronics and avoiding anyone or anything that distracts you from what is important. You already know what these distractions are, and you have the power and responsibility to block them out. So that's the first one. And then the second one, you got partnership coming through. So allow healthful, supportive partnerships into your personal life, career, and both parties benefit as a result. You are receiving help from heaven and from a person who brings skills and resources. So at this time, you could be receiving help from the other side, from ancestors, past on loved ones. If you don't believe in that, then help from the universe or whatever it is that you believe. But it seems like you're being supported right now. And thank you so much for the donation. Thank you. I really appreciate it, you guys. No, I'm not crying. It's just really bad eyeshadow, but I'm not crying. Oh, yes, P0RN addiction. So it's actually not as bad in quotes, but so imagine you're a human, okay? And you're dropped into a forest by yourself, okay? So you're a human, you're socially isolated on like an island or on like a forest, and you've never made contact with a mateable species in your life, right? You've never made contact with a mateable species. Like, this is a huge part of your survival. You're stranded on this island, woods, alone, whatever you want to imagine. And you've never made contact with this mateable species. But all of a sudden, as you're like traveling through the woods, stumbling around, you find a tablet that has like P0RN on it, and you've never made contact with the mateable species before. You're gonna like engage in watching that just out of a survival level. Does that make sense? So that's kind of my logic for why, if you struggle with P0RN, don't be too hard on yourself, because it's like expecting a human to like drop into the forest without any contact and like not watch that. I don't know. I apologize if that was a really dumb comparison. But yeah, that's what I'm trying to say, is that it's just so don't judge yourself too harshly. That's all I'm trying to say. Yeah, I mean, so many people watch it. So many people. It's not, it doesn't like, sometimes I just feel like carrying the shame around it almost makes it worse in a way. Especially because we're living in such isolated times. It's the energy, the sacral, is that the one that's associated with, is that the chakra that's associated with like sexuality, the sacral? Because if so, the sacral, that energy it can't be created or destroyed. It has to go somewhere. It has to be manifested somehow. And for some people, P0RN is the way that gets manifested. It's like we can't cut off that part of ourselves, no matter how lonely or isolated we are. So if you are struggling with that at this time, please know that you're not alone. Um, Yes, exactly. It's organic. Exactly. It comes from a genuine lack of intimacy. Yes. Reason why it becomes compulsive is because it can never fill the void you're trying to fix with it. Yes. Yeah, I get that. But it's also this energy that can't be created or destroyed. It's literally the sacral chakra, I believe. It has to get manifested somewhere, and I don't know. There are like it if it's like not hurting anyone, you know what I mean? There are like a lot worse things that the being of human could do, So we just have to not judge ourselves like that much, especially in that regard. We got to just like take it easy. That's my personal opinion though. I've just seen a lot of things online that really take a different approach when it comes to that topic. So I kind of feel quite passionate about trying to rid the shame of that. So anyways, sorry for going on these conversations. I hope you guys are finding it interesting. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much, John. Thank you. I will pull you an angel card. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you for the donation. And everybody else who donated earlier, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. Alrighty, let's see. What do we got? What do your ancestors, angels, aliens, guides, god, goddesses, and the seven masters from above? Okay, you got savings coming through right now, John. You got savings. And the color green, that's the heart chakra. Speaking of colors, that's the heart chakra. But you got savings. As you consistently save for your future is saved. You do your future self a big favor and consistently set aside present funds. This is a part of your self-care and path to feeling secure as you focus on your life purpose. So you got the savings card coming through, John. But thank you so much for that donation. I really appreciate it. And everybody else who has donated, I really, really do. Oh, I have been saving. Yes, I love that. I love that so much. And that's just confirmation from your guides, or whatever you believe in. That's just confirmation from the universe that they're recognizing that those efforts are going to pay off in the future. But yeah. When did I say weird? Oh my goodness. Feel free to ask some questions, guys. Come on, ask me some questions, y'all. I'm dying. Ask some questions about dating, you guys. I am going to pull another affirmation card for the collective while we are waiting on some questions to start rolling in. I'm sorry if I missed a question too, by the way. Oh, best places to meet high quality women so they don't have to watch P0RN. Best places. It really depends on what you're interested in. Like, the more you follow your authenticity and building a community, I think the more you'll be rewarded for it. And I would start by searching for the community before the girl first, if you can. If it's like, if you want to look at it that way. But let's see, the collective. Ooh, you guys got the improviser coming through. I effortlessly adapt to deal with unexpected circumstances, the improviser. I adapt to deal with unexpected circumstances. Yes, this channel is dedicated to that, yes. I feel like I am blamed by people for my problems, but I rarely get any specific constructive criticism. So are you saying that you feel like people blame you, but they don't give you they blame you, but they don't really give you any advice about how to improve? Like they just get hostile towards you as opposed to giving you meaningful advice? Um no, no, not at this time. How do I get more people to notice me when I feel like I'm not good enough? How do I get more people to notice me when I feel like I'm not good enough? Oh, thank you. Thank you, Sharp. Thank you. Thank you. I will pull you another card. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. But how do I get more people to notice me when I feel like I'm not good enough? Sorry, my brain's just processing. When you feel like you're not good enough, it's weird, but you don't really want people to notice you. Like I notice sometimes that, and for those of you that deal with insecurities like body dysmorphia, for instance, like I struggled with, I think it's like BDD, quite literally. It has a medical term if you want, but it's just body dysmorphia. And it's like when you're in those places where you feel really insecure, like you're avoiding mirrors, you're not really looking at yourself, you're avoiding social situations, that you will then avoid social situations when you're not feeling good enough. So like that's the whole that's like a little bit of the thing with your question there. It's like, how do I get people to notice me when I feel like I'm not good enough? When I feel like I'm not good enough, I don't want anybody to notice me. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. um Okay, okay. Sharp. What are your spirits, ancestors, angels, aliens, guides, God, goddesses, and ascended masters from above? What do you have to say? Ooh, you got two coming through again. You got God is your source and gratitude list. God is your source and gratitude list. Everything you need is supplied by the infinite source of God, and your faith opens the doorway to receive. In God, there is no lack or limitation. Rather, there is plenty of abundance for all to share. So maybe this can be a bit of a collective message too, right? Never give up on your faith. You don't even have to be religious to have faith, in my opinion. You can be the most scientific, rational atheist, you know, ever, and you can still have faith. And then you got gratitude list coming through. Counting your blessings and feeling gratitude for what you already have helps you be centered in your heart instead of fixated on worries in your mind. What are you grateful for right now? Keep focusing upon gratitude and you'll discover the amazing generosity of the future. So that's gratitude list. But yeah, I talk a lot on this channel. No, don't have faith in anything. Thanks. That's okay too. It's okay if you don't. It's okay if you don't. I'm just saying that you can. But it's fair. Speaking of gratitude, I talk a lot on this channel about why it's so hard to live in this modern day and age because of social isolation aspect. But there's pros and cons to everything in life, right? Like in everything that you do, there's going to be a black and a white. There's going to be a pro and a con. There's going to be a contrast. There's going to be like an upside and a downside. Like let's say you're relocating for a job or something. Maybe there's a lot of upsides to that. You get to leave your town, you get to go somewhere like warm and new. But then as you relocate there for your job, like maybe you're leaving behind friends, it's like good and bad with everything that you do. And it's the same goes for the modern era. Like you can look at past eras, like humans used to be so much more intelligent in their language and how to speak. And if you read old literature from like Leo Tolstoy, like from, I believe he was like alive in the 16 or 1700s, it's incredible. And anyways, I don't know where I'm going with this, But the point is that there's a pro and con to being born in every century. And yes, the modern era has a lot of cons. We are socially isolated. However, there's a lot of pros. And one of the pros is medical advancements and medical technology. So don't let anything hold you back from trying to change if you're alive right now. Like you can almost imagine you're on your deathbed, like beep, beep, beep. You're gonna look back at your past and you're only gonna regret not failing at something, but not trying. You're only gonna regret not trying. Does that make sense? Um no, 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 no. Feel free to ask questions. Sorry. I'm looking at the questions. How are you personally able to put yourself in the shoes of the opposite sex? Funny enough, in my experience, if you really listen to people of the opposite sex, you will really be able to put yourself in their shoes. But you have to really really listen. Does that make sense? Um and I also have experienced a lot of social isolation, and I'm not going to lie, experiencing social isolation does, like, because a lot of men are socialized differently than women, they're socialized to be more socially isolated. So the more socially isolated you are, question mark, maybe the more relatability you have, question mark. But that just sounds kind of off the cuff, rough. Like maybe that doesn't make any sense. Um, but let's see. Something to consider is the era of great writers and literacy rate was much lower. The people who could read, write, and have their work were probably highly intelligent. Yeah, that's also true too. But it was just everybody, but just everybody spoke. It was just I do feel like though everybody spoke way better than they do today. I don't know how to explain it. Um hence like let me be the perfect example of someone that doesn't know how to speak. Um thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Um yeah, just feel free to ask one question at a time. Um, if that's okay with you guys, just so I can read. I don't think we're socialized to be isolated. It's just as a man, no one really cares about you. Nobody needs you. I really do think that men are socialized to be isolated though. I think that it starts at a young age. Um, I do. I don't think nobody cares. I just think nobody knows. Does that make sense? Um, that's just the best way I can put it. Like nobody truly understands. It's really hard to truly understand. There's a lot of like garbage on the internet, like a lot of like word garbage. And the downside to this is that people are kind of missing the point of men's loneliness because there is a lot of clickbaity, like bad stuff out there that make that like there's a lot of extreme radical stuff out there, so people automatically kind of shut their listening ears off because it they don't understand that radical ideology, or that it's coming from a place of great pain. They don't understand that. They don't understand. Thank you so much. Thank you, I really appreciate the donation. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Then why do men who talk about it get told to sit down and shut up? Can't even talk to my parents about it with this one. Yes, that's because that's like there's so much. I've been thinking about this a lot though. Like there are so many reasons. There's so many reasons as to why men are struggling the way they are today. Does that make sense? Emotionally, and a lot of it comes from sometimes it's so hard to explain. When you're young, you really pick up on the adults around you, right? So when you're a young boy, like you know, there are young boys out there right now that carry a burden of like an older man. I know that this makes no sense, but this is like the best way I can explain it. And that's when it starts. Like that's when the not talking to anybody and the carrying and holding all the weight of the pain inside, that's when it starts. It starts when you're a boy. I hope that makes sense. Um oh, thank you, Aiden. Thank you so much. Thank you for the donation. Alrighty, let's pull a card. I will pull Sharv and Aiden. I will pull you guys an affirmation card from this deck. Let's see. Sisters, angels, aliens, guides, God, goddesses, and ascended masters from above. It's not. I don't want to sound like I'm gaslighting though. Most communities where men used to socialize 5%. Okay, this is the thing. We live in a society that doesn't care about anyone. Also women. I know, but I get what you're saying. I also get what you're saying though. It's complicated, but I get what you're saying though. I get what you're saying because how do I explain this? Okay, this is gonna sound weird, but gosh, I don't want to get too personal, but I was in like a room for support for women, and it was like very hyper positive, if that makes sense. And it's almost like it has to be that way. It's hard to explain, but then when you look for like rooms to be supportive towards men, if that makes sense, it's like colder and darker. I know this makes no sense. This is not making sense. I'd have to like say the actual example, and I can't. It's hard to explain, but I'm not fully saying no to that point. It's hard to explain, but I get what you mean by essentially I get what you mean by people don't care. I understand where you're coming from for that. But I'm not trying to validate that like no one cares, but I get exactly what you mean by it. We're walking a world where it feels like no one does. Does that make sense? Okay. So okay, I'll pull an affirmation card. Let's see. Okay. Ooh. All right, you got a couple of affirmations. You got the creator. I love playing the wonderful filled game of life creatively. The storyteller. I have the right to speak because I listen when others speak, as well as the persistent. I hold fast to my goals and ideals as I persevere. And then let's see. Alrighty. Let's see. I will pull you an affirmation card, Aiden. An affirmation card. Let's see. Aiden, affirmation card. What do you need to know? What do you need to hear at this time? Okay. You got the successful. Nice. You got the successful. My success is inevitable and it's already here. All my efforts support my journey of incredible success. I'm expanding my perspective of what success means to me, and I can see that I'm already successful. Even a perceived failure is leading me towards great evolution and success. My dreams and visions easily turn to form and are more fruitful than I could ever imagine. Let me check the comments after that glitch. Let's see. That in actual glitch. Like I felt like I was glitching when I was trying to explain that. Sorry, I'm trying to look for a question. or a comment that I can respond to. Literally. Yeah, like that's when it begins. That's when it being over begins. It begins at 12. I believe that. Is the vibe kind of going crazy today? Is that just me? No, you would not be wrong. I feel like my vibe is crazy today. No problem. No problem. You really Oh my gosh, thank you so much for the donation. Thank you so much for the donation. Should you give up on women you desire? Yes, choose the women that want to choose you. The mistake of many a simp. Yes, exactly. I agree with that. I totally agree with that. Let me pull you an affirmation card. Thank you. Thank you so much for the donation. Thank you. I agree with that. Ooh, you got I am open. I'm open to live with an open mind, open heart, and curious spirit. I'm willing to explore new experiences, opportunities, and perspectives. My heart and mind are receptive to the beauty and growth that come with embracing the unknown. I welcome the unfolding journey with curiosity and enthusiasm, allowing each moment to enrich my life. I allow myself to be joyfully surprised by the universe. So that's the I'm open affirmation. And let me pull you one more angel card. Let's see. Already. Okay. You got the organizing for success card coming through. Organizing for success. Do not let the word organize intimidate you, as it is simply a way for you to ensure clarity of purpose. Organizing your thoughts, your reports, your living and workspace, and your finances will help you know and plan your next action steps. So you got organized for success. Thank you. Thank you so much again for the donation. I really appreciate it. People could also technically develop feelings over time. That's just important to take into account. I think a lot of people have. Oh, here's the thing. I was going to talk about this in a YouTube video, but you guys can hear it. Saying yes to love, just like how I was talking about earlier, there's contrasts in everything. There's a pro and con. Excuse me. There's a pro and con. Oh, thank you. Yes, I will. Thank you. That makes me excited. I love when you guys ask for the cards. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for the donation. But yeah, you know how I was saying that there's a contrast to everything? There's a pro and con, a black and white to everything that you do. Like if you start a new business, you're your own boss, but at the same time you have to, do all these complicated taxes. You're not making money at the beginning. It's a whole thing. So that's with life. So if you choose a relationship, you're choosing the good and the bad. You're not just choosing the good. And if you say yes to love, you're also inevitably saying yes to pain. If that makes sense. If you say yes to being alone, you're also saying yes to pain. But a different kind of pain. The pain that comes with being alone, not the pain that comes with being with someone and losing someone. Or being with someone and feeling distant from someone. Like there's a lot of ups and downs. But yeah, so I will pull you an affirmation card. Okay, so we got I am evolving. I welcome change. I embrace change. I am change. I attract the people, things, and experiences that serve my highest good and that support the new me. I create a new reality for myself with my thoughts, words, and actions. I trust myself to make the best decisions for the path I am forging ahead. I have the power to create big changes within my thinking, my habits, and my life. So you got the I'm evolving card. I welcome change. I embrace change. I am change. Thank you again. Thank you so much. I really appreciate the donation. Thank you. Thank you. Do you feel philosophize? I have trying to think about how real this process is, going deep down into our pre-personal desires or something like that. Like the process is underneath everything. I don't know what this is in context to, but I like agree. Um the birth rate, one thing I will say is there's a lot of people on the planet right now. Like, do you guys ever just think about that? Like, I think back to when I was literally younger and I was like, I just remember there being less people. Does that make any sense? Like, I just feel like on the earth, there's so many human beings right now. Like, there's like a lot. Sorry. That's just my take though. I think in India they have like a overpopulation crisis, right? I should know more about this. Population crisis, overpopulation crisis. Overpopulation. Um, are we overpopulated? Today's Earth is home to over 8 billion people. By 2100, the population is on track to hit 10.8 billion. Interesting. Yeah, that's a lot, right? Is that not a lot? I just and what's weird is during World War II, there were way less people on the planet. In World War II, like yes, it was long ago, but it also wasn't that long ago, like in the grand scheme of life, if you think about it. World War II population, global population. Let's see, World War II global population, 2.3 billion. 2.3 billion people on Earth during World War II, and a bunch of people were dying too because it was World War II. Like everybody was literally dying, and there was 2.3 billion people. And then fast forward to 2025, and there's 8.3 billion. Like, how does that make sense when like so much of the world was dying? Does anybody ever think about that, or is that just like the dumbest thing? Like, I'm not clearly I'm not a scientist. Um, Here's the thing, there's a lot of people that need help that are currently already on the planet that aren't receiving the help and the resources and the support that they need. Like we have like a weird crisis in that way. Like a lot of people there's a lot of kids out there currently that don't even have the a nurturing an we're also going, sorry, I'm jumping all around. We're also going through a crisis right now that many people give birth to their children and then they don't get to know that child. They will literally have kids and not get to know their own children. And this is a generational trauma that almost every single ethnicity has, like across all times. This is a human problem. That's also something that I just, yes, exactly, right? Many people have kids and then they don't develop any emotional intimacy with their kids. And it's like worse in some cultures, but it's also just like across all cultures. Like I don't have like a culture off the top of my head where I'm like, yeah, like kids weren't emotionally abandoned by their own parents, except maybe like a tribe. Is that bad? Is that bad? Do you guys ever think about that? Yes. All the world's Yeah, I'm just saying, like, in my own direct life experience, I literally remembered there being less people around me when I was a kid. But that could just be one of those trippy memories that you have in your mind when you're like a kid, because when you think back to that time, like, it's not like it was yesterday. Like, you don't know what was going on in your kid brain. Um, but that's just how I remembered my kid brain. I just remembered there being less people. And I felt like just recently I was like, where did all these people come from? I don't know. I don't know. I just like I feel it like actually like I'm not even just talking about like the global population. Like I feel that energy. Um, let's see. Oh wow. Do you guys have anything else in the comment section to say at this time? Any questions? I am going to end the stream soon. We are at an hour. Not right this second, but soonish. I wanted to thank you to everybody that had joined me this stream. I really appreciated it. Thank you so much for being here. I had a really nice time. But let me know if you guys have any final questions before we start logging off. Thank you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much to everybody that donated to this stream. I really appreciate it. I really, really appreciate it. But let me know. Let me know anybody questions in the comments. Yes, of course. Thank you guys all for being here. No, I know. If it seems like it is, it's just because I'm not that good at it. I do apologize. I need to get a little bit better at live streaming. Yeah, no worries. No worries. Alrighty, if there's no further questions, you guys, I'm gonna be logging off soon. So if you guys have questions though, drop them right now. Now is the time. Now is your chance. Hit me with it. Let me know. Anything on the mind. Yes, of course. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yes, of course. I will pull you another affirmation card from the Power Affirmation deck. Affirmations are so important because thoughts create our reality. You know what I mean? Thoughts create your reality. Imagine affirming to yourself that you hate drinking water. And imagine affirming that to yourself like every 6 seconds. You're not going to be drinking any water. You know what I mean? Or when you do, you're just going to feel weird. Like you're going to inevitably get more dehydrated if you try that. Just trust me. Thank you so much, CK. Thank you. I really appreciate it, you guys. Thank you. To this question, no. I would rather get hit by a bus and fall off an alley. Fall off an alley? I would rather disintegrate. But thank you guys so much for joining this live stream. I really, really appreciate it, you guys. I will pull you an affirmation card too, CK. But for right now, let's see. Spirits, ancestors, angels, aliens, guides, god, goddesses, and ascended masters from above. What do we need to know? What do we need to hear? Ooh, we got the I am learning card. Each day, I'm becoming more and more knowledgeable and confident in the lessons life has to offer. I thrive in the face of challenges, using them to propel my learning journey forward. My ability to learn is limitless. I'm capable of mastering any subject I choose. It is easy to see the lessons in every situation, and I effortlessly integrate the wisdom into my life. I am dedicated to my personal and intellectual growth, and I make time for learning regularly. Thank you. Thank you. No, no, they are not. These are actually my real eyebrows. They're not even like penciled in or anything, I swear. Um sorry not to hype myself up again. I know I got no chill. Um okay. CK, what do you need to know? What do you need to hear? Ooh, you got I am authentic, CK. Ooh, and I just thought of the throat chakra as I pulled this card for you. So maybe your throat chakra, your communication is being blocked right now. I am authentic. My thoughts, emotions, and actions are in alignment who I truly am. I'm apologetic. I'm unapologetically myself, embracing my uniqueness with love and graceful confidence. I honor my true self by expressing my thoughts, feelings, and desires authentically. I'm a beacon of authenticity, inspiring to others to embrace their true selves. I'm at peace with who I am, and I live each day authentically in connection with my genuine self. So you're being guided to align with your authenticity at this time, CK. And thank you so much for the donation. Thank you. Thank you. Um, okay. Thank you guys. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. 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 Right. Yeah. This could be a sign for you to let your authenticity shine, and also to get to know that part of yourself again, who you know who is CK, who are you, and getting to know yourself from almost like you can even pretend like I've heard this before. I don't know. It kind of sounds stupid. Maybe don't do this, but like you can pretend you're like an alien from another planet and like try to get to know yourself from that perspective. Don't know if that really helps though. I've heard that before though. I've heard that before. Okay. Thank you so much everybody for joining. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for everybody who donated. I really appreciate it. I will be live one time soon again. I am trying to go back to more often live streams, so make sure to like, subscribe, do the whole shebang, and join me for my next live stream, and I will see you guys later. Have a good night. Thank you everybody. Thank you.